Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all well. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these really simple and quick and easy daisy chain rings. So this is what they look like. So you can do it like this with flowers and then like green in between, or you can do it continuous like this, just with all the flowers linked together. So to make one of these, you're going to need some size 11 seed beads in a colour for the centre of your flowers, so I'm using yellow on these, and then however many colours you want for the petals of your flowers, and then green if you want to do green in between like this, which is what I'm going to show you today. You'll also need your thread, and I'm using 6 pound fireline. You'll also need a beading needle, and I think that's everything, so let's get started. So I've threaded my needle with about 30 inches, and that's going to be enough for my ring size, but obviously you might need more or less than that for yours. So you'll just have to kind of play around and work out how much you need as you go. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this pattern where you've got the green in between, but if you wanted to do this one, it's exactly the same, except you'll just move on to your next colour each time instead of doing the green. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to start by picking up 8 of your petal colour and slide those down onto your thread, leaving just a few inches at the end. And now sew up through the first bead so that you have this. Now you're going to pick up one of the colour that you want to go in the centre of your flower. So I'm doing like a kind of sunflower design. And your thread's coming out the top of this bead. So we need to go through the bead directly opposite in the same direction. So there's 8 beads, so you're coming out of this one, you're going to count round 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to be coming through this 4th bead in the circle in the same direction. So if your thread's coming out the top of this one, you want to be coming out the top of the one opposite, like that. So pull that through, and that bead should pop right in the middle. Pull it nice and tight, and we should have this. So now if you're doing this one where it's like the next colour, you're just going to pick up like 7 of your next colour. But because I'm doing this one, we're going to pick up 3 green, followed by 1 yellow, followed by 3 green, like that. And coming out of this one here, you're going to go back into that bead, but on the opposite side to where your thread's coming out, like that. So you have this. Now we're going to pick up 1 green, and the same as we did last time, so it's easier to see this time because you've got the 2 different colours. But if you've not and you're doing this one, you're just going into the bead directly opposite, the 4th bead around in the same direction. So we're coming out the top of this one, so you're going to sort of cross your thread over and go through this bead so that you're coming out the top. Like that, pull that down, and you should have this. So now we're going to add another flower, so this time we're going to pick up 7 yellow beads. And going back into that bead that you're coming out of, but on the opposite side, like that. So we have this, picking up one of your centre colours, and again going into that 4th bead in the same direction, so coming through the bottom of that bead and pull it tight, so you have this. Now we're going to add this. I'm going to show you how to do this one more time. So you're going to pick up 3 green, followed by 1 yellow or whatever your petal colour is, followed by 3 more green. So you have this, and going back into that yellow bead that you're coming out of, but on the opposite side, like that. Now picking up 1 green, and we're going to go into that yellow bead opposite the one we're coming out of in the same direction, so we need to be coming out the top of that bead, like that. Pull that nice and tight, and you should have this. So now you need to add another flower, so you just need to keep repeating that all the way along until you've got the length that will go all the way around your finger. So I'm going to keep doing that, and then I'll show you how to join it together once you've got the length that you need. So I've gone along and I've got like kind of the length that I need. So if you're doing this one, it doesn't matter like where you end, you can just like, there's not like the yellow and green, it doesn't need to alternate, so it doesn't matter where it ends. But with this, you need to end like, so the pattern carries on, if you know what I mean. So you need to end on a green so that when you join it together, the next is going to be the yellow again. So you need to make sure you think about that, so that when you come to joining it together, you don't want two flowers joining. So I'm going to add the green in between there. But with this one, it doesn't matter so much because like you can just add whichever colour, it just continues. So to join this one together, so once you've got here and you're ending on flower and flower because you're going to join it together with a little green unit, you can fold it in half, make sure it's not twisted. Just folded it in half so I can hold it like this. So this is my working thread over here. So I'm just going to pick up 3 green, and coming out of this one, I'm going to go into this one which you started with. So if you look on this flower here on this side, this one where your tail thread's coming out of should be the middle bead where it's joined to here opposite. So you're going to go through that one on the same side. So you're coming out of this side of this bead, you want to loop round and go into this one. Like that. Now picking up 3 more. And going back into that yellow one on the other side that you started from. Okay, now pull that nice and tight. So now you have this. Now you're just going to add that last green bead in the middle like always. So I'm coming out the bottom of this one, so I'm going to go through this, picking up 1 green, and I'm going to go through the yellow one opposite in the same direction like always. Make sure that pops in the middle and pull it nice and tight. So we have this, so it's all joined together. So if you were doing this one, I think this is where I ended, so say that you'd ended, so you'd got a pink one at this end and a purple one at this end and a pink one at this end. I've just attached another colour like the next colour, 3 of those and into the purple one, 3 of those and into the pink one to create the loop, and then just added the middle one in the same way. And it's not exactly a perfect pattern because this is like got less beads in it than all the other flowers, so I could have planned that a bit better, I think. But in the grand scheme of things, you can't really notice unless you're really looking for it. So that's how I finished that one. So now all you need to do is tie your knots. So I'm just going to move away a little bit from there where we joined it together. To tie a knot, I'm just going to take my thread, my needle, sorry, under this thread here next to where I'm coming out of. Create a small, tiny small loop and go through that loop twice, and then pull it down really slowly. Make sure you feel the knot tighten, and then sew away from where you tied the knot, and again pull it really tight so that the knot kind of disappears inside the bead. So I'm just moving away. I'll move around a bit further and then I'll tie as many knots as I think I'm going to need, and then cut my thread, and then I'll do the same with my tail thread and we're all finished. So that's the finished ring, so this is what they all look like. Very cute. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful and you're able to make one of these. Let me know what else you'd like to see in the comments below, and like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more of my videos. And you can always follow me on Instagram at Beaded by Hannah. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye.